The Cherry Spot by James Austin Kerr. It was his first day as purchasing agent at Radwell Industries. It was her last day behind the counter at the Neon Cafe. He had seen her when he grabbed a coffee at 7:30 and was surprised to see her still there at 6:30 that evening. When he had left Radwell, he plunked himself down on the same stool, ordered coffee, his long days forth. "Didn't I see you this morning?" he asked with more than casual interest. She looked a little disheveled, but her waitress outfit still clung nicely. "The afternoon girl didn't make it in," the girl said, setting down its coffee. "Third time in the last 9 days, and Mrs. Green lets her skate free. These high school girls are about as dependable as pizza delivery guys with broken down cars." High school, he peered over his glasses. "How old are you?" "I'm 23, she said defensively. "I started at the Neon when I was 17. I'm finishing when I'm 23. I gave Mrs. Green my notice when she told me about Kelly not coming in." "Do you think that's wise?" He sipped his coffee. It was fresh brewed and hotted in mornings at the same counter. "I saw you looking at the outfit," she said instead. "I would have brought a change if I had known I was double shifting. This mustard stain was from lunch hour. This red spot was later, from the syrup spritzer I use for cherry cokes. Can I tell you," he started cautiously, "I wasn't looking at the mustard or the cherry spot." "Thanks," she smiled wearily. "I'm not one of those girls who likes to feign offense at compliments like that. I wouldn't have lasted this long at the Neon if my skin was as thin as this waitress uniform." "Do you have another job lined up?" he inquired. "My pick of three, doing the same thing for the same pay for roughly the same customers." She stopped to look at him. He was around 28, 30 at most. His hair was short with a slight natural curl. He was slender, wiry. He looked like a shortstop except for the glasses. With those glasses on, he looked like, well, a purchasing agent. Without them, he could have been the high school's leadoff hitter. Everything equated in baseball terms to her. She had the Red Sox to thank for that. And to ruin her day completely, they had lost on the radio above the kitchen porthole this afternoon. "How was your day?" "Well, it started fine and ended miserably. The old guy, actually he's not that old, acted like he didn't want to leave. He was supposed to be training me, but somewhere between lunch and 3, I was wishing I was back home doing what I had been doing for the last year and a half." "And what was that?" She was genuinely interested in knowing. "Essentially what I was hired to do at Radwell." He sipped again and continued, "But kind of as a freelance agent for companies like theirs, searching out the net for the best online deals. Can I tell you how good I was at that?" "You don't have to." She laughed for the first time. "I can just tell." "You can?" "Well, that's funny because I was really good at it," he went on. "Sometimes I'd still be in bed in my PJs with my laptop and my morning job. I gotta have that coffee. And I'd be searching the net for the best prices on everything from wooden pallets for factories to papaya juice for supermarkets. Why did you ever leave it?" "Good question. I still have a little cushion, but I guess I thought I needed the healthy pressures and protocol of a real office to get me back into the swing of things. Boy, was I wrong about that." She continued to stare at him. There was something about him. He was someone you could confide in the same way he was leveling with her. "So tell me the real reason you're leaving," he asked out of thin air. It came as a small jolt. Somehow he had invaded private space, a small hidden niche that no one knew about. She responded slowly. "First, it hurts me how Mrs. Green is just happy to let this boat float along, treading water with just a single oar. This place could be a gold mine." Her enthusiasm caught him off guard. He set his coffee down, stared back. "How so?" Her damn conservative attitude about the neon kills me. She pointed to the red spot on her uniform. See this? If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't even have cherry Coke here. And if it wasn't for her, we'd have cappuccino here too. What else? Well, for starters, we wouldn't close at 7. I'd clear all those tables out over there. Nobody sits in them anyway. They're all at the counter watching me. And I'd put in a little riser and some small spotlights and have folk singers, poetry readings, stand-ups at night. You would you? He pushed his coffee cup forward for a warm-up. Can I tell you my all-time favorite job? Incredibly, it was the most important morsel of secret information she craved to know. I worked at a little cafe in San Luis Obispo, California, between my freshman and sophomore years in college. You'd think I was versatile as an online purchasing agent. Well, at Sunrise Sunset Cafe, I washed dishes, fried eggs, created my own secret recipe pancake plates, waited tables. They always kept the pretty girls like you behind the counter. I hand-lettered the menus. I washed windows, opened and closed the place, and did everything but sing and play banjo there. She was mesmerized. Do you know what breaks my heart? Are you certain I'm the guy you want to tell this to? I was never more certain of anything in my life. Shoot. If Mrs. Green got an offer for the neon, she would sell. Mr. Green is already in Arizona getting fried in the dry sunshine. How much would she take for the place? Lowball. She told him. He stared. She stared back, more transfixed than ever. Their smiles started thin, widened, broadened until the front whites shined clear across the narrow counter. Well, he said, lifting his coffee cup in toast, do we change the name of the spotter or what?